So inside your biopsychology, there is topic on that which is your lobes. Okay, because sometimes cannot be the thing, because if you try to do that, and because long way go and don't be happening. So just can't say what is the for you and for me, because what is happening right now over here. Is it about the frontal lobe? Is it about the temporal lobe? Is it about the occipital lobe, or is it about the FTOP, the parietal lobe? Okay. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about lobes, and on that, the very favorite question of your M.Phil entrances, MA Clinical Psychology entrances, and whatnot. So this class will be a complete holistic knowledge for you. Maybe you have learned this before, but right now today, what you are going to learn will be completely a game changer in your preparation. Okay, along with that, you will also learn how your M.Phil answer keys are doomed and how they are sometimes wrong, sometimes incorrect. Sometimes they just want to make someone pass or make you fail, so they give just some random answers. But what is the logic behind, and what is the exact thing you are going to learn in today's video? And this video is brought to you by CANF 7000 Pro series. So any day, if you want to join and enhance your learning preparation, and you just want to crack anything, join it. You can join anytime you want. Okay, now this is the question right now in front of you, and this has appeared in your MA Clinical Psychology or M.Phil previous year question. Okay, this is a PYQ for you. It means it is important. Okay, now the question says that all of the symptoms are symptoms of Mr. S who had damage to Wernicke's area except. Now the main topic in your lobes right now is what is your Wernicke's area over here. Okay, along with that, there is one more topic called as Broca's area. Okay, Broca's area and Wernicke's area are the two favorite topics of your M.Phil, MA Clin Sci, these entrances, and they will ask you not randomly, but they will ask you every time whenever you are going to sit for the examination. Okay, now we will cover it from the very basic. Okay, let us assume we have no idea, and we will try to figure out is the answer for this question is correct or not correct. Okay, the question says that all of the symptoms are symptoms of Mr. S who had damage to Wernicke's area except inability to speak, inability to comprehend, neologism, and lesion or damage in the area of left hemisphere. Now, symptoms, first of all, we will try to identify what are symptoms. So first of all, for you, what are symptoms? Symptoms are subjective, patient reported experiences indicating a disease or condition such as pain, nausea, fatigue, or anxiety. Unlike objective signs, and this will include something else, but right now you have some basic idea, okay, what a symptom is, which is a subjective reported by patient. Okay, the patient is going to report this experience, and this is just a general basic assumption. It has no relation with your clinical psychology right now, but this is just a basic general knowledge. Now over here, all of the symptoms are symptoms of Mr. S. Let's assume somebody is Mr. S who had damage to Wernicke's area except. Now first of all, try to recall where is your Wernicke's area located. It is located in your which lobe? Frontal lobe, occipital lobe, the temporal lobe, or the parietal lobe. So pretty much obviously it is located in your temporal lobe, and it is also located adjacent to your auditory cortex over there. That is why you are going to listen and you are going to comprehend at the same time, because your auditory cortex is also in the temporal lobe. Along with that, Wernicke's area is also in the temporal lobe or temporal lobe, whatever way you want to pronounce. So suit yourself. But now you know that if anybody or if someone is having damage to Wernicke's area, what is the primary symptom over here? It is your inability to comprehend. Okay, comprehension will be lost first of all if somebody has a damaged Wernicke's area. Okay, and just for reference, don't take this image by heart. Okay, just for a reference, where you are having this Wernicke's area, you are having somewhere around here, and you are having this Broca's area over here as well. Now, Broca area is located in which lobe? It is located in the frontal lobe. Okay, remember this thing. And Wernicke's area is where it is in the temporal lobe. Okay, so now you have just encoded that in your brain, you are having two primary areas. First one is your Broca's area. Second one is your Wernicke's area over here. This is included under what we don't know as of now. but this is included for your comprehension of speech. And for that, we are now going to move to the very basics from where the whole story has started. Okay. Now for the very basics, you can see as it is written over here, and that is why I always recommend, if you have no idea, always refer to the NCRTs, but just for reference. Okay. Not everything is given over there. Now, and that is why we have CNF Pro in the picture. Now, brought to you by where the temporal lobe. Now you know in the temporal lobe what is there. It is your Wernicke's area. In the temporal lobe is primarily concerned with the processing of auditory information, and this line is suggesting you that, okay, now this is your 11th class NCRT. We are not going to teach 11th class NCRT students that it is auditory cortex over there, or you have to remember the AC sliма for that as well. Okay, these are just 11th class guys. Now you know this line is talking about what? It is talking about your auditory cortex. Okay, now next is your memory for symbolic sounds and words resides here. Memory for symbolic sounds. Okay, now very important line is coming into picture. Understanding. What is the alternate for understanding? It is your comprehension. Okay, you might have solved n number of comprehension in your life. Understanding of speech and written language depends on this lobe. Now you are, as you can read, or as I can read this, why? Because Wernicke's area is performing properly. Okay, it is doing its function properly because understanding of speech, and as you can listen what I am saying and able to comprehend. Why? Because your Wernicke's area is also performing nicely. Okay, now understanding of speech and written language depends on this lobe. This line suggests what? This line is talking about the Wernicke's area by Carl Wernicke long back. Okay, now this is very basic. All of the symptoms are symptoms of Mr. S who had damage to Wernicke's area, except, so out of these what is included? Inability to speak, we don't know as of now, but inability to comprehend, yes, this will be the answer. But the question is asking which of the following is not included, okay, or except, and that is why this makes the question little tricky, and that is why this has been left to the subjective perception or apprehension, whatever. Okay, now inability to speak, but before that we will also deal complete detail about Wernicke's. And now you will learn over here for this Broca's area in the left frontal lobe of most people. So most people are what? These are around 95-96% of people alive in this world in the left frontal lobe. So if somebody asks you that where is your Broca's area located, what you will answer? If you are falling under this criteria, most probably you will be having in your left frontal lobe. Always there are exceptions. We are not going to talk about those gem of the people, but some basic people or some normal NPC people are having in their left frontal lobe. Okay, most people is an area of the brain. Now it is an area of the brain associated with the production of speech. Very important this line is. Okay, now there are two types of thing. First one is your production and second one is your understanding or comprehension, and that is where the whole difference lies over here. Now what is production? Whatever I am able to say right now to you, okay, if I am saying A, B, C, D, E, why it is possible? Because of the production of these words or speech, because of the, with the help of Broca's area situated in my left frontal lobe. Okay, and you are able to understand, you are able to comprehend the written and the speech as well because of the Wernicke's area located where we don't know. We are going to find that now. Okay, now more specifically in the most people, always remember this thing, there are always exceptions. More specifically, this area allows a person to speak smoothly and fluently. This is also a keyword. Fluently is also a keyword over here. Okay, it will help you in the future. So with Broca's area, what you will associate with Broca's area, you will associate the fluency as well of speech and speaking smoothly. Okay, now where that line is first provided this, it appears that Broca area. Okay, However, it appears that Broca's area is not responsible for the production of speech itself, but rather for the interaction between frontal, temporal, and motor areas responsible for speech production. So there are some other areas responsible for speech production, and in the conjunction or with the confluence of the frontal, temporal, and the motor areas responsible for speech production, we are able to speak fluently and smoothly. Now, what will happen if this area gets damaged? Damage to Broca's area causes a person to be unable to get words out in a smooth, this smoothie should be there, okay, in a smooth connected fashion. People with this condition may know exactly what they want to say and understand what the others say, but they cannot control the actual production of their own words. So what was happening behind in the very starting of the video was happening this exactly, okay. Speech is halting, and words are often mispronounced, such as saying caught instead of this thing, okay. This is called as what? Very IMP. This is called as what? This is called as Broca's aphasia, okay. When they are not able to speak properly in a smoothly connected fashion, okay. They are not able to say I am going to Paris, okay. They will say going bathing Paris and like that, okay. This is called as the Broca's aphasia. Now, what is aphasia? Very important. You will also learn the third type of aphasia right now, and I am sure you might have not paid attention to that, okay. Now, what is aphasia? Aphasia refers to, and this is a PYQ as well, okay. Aphasia refers to an inability to use or understand either written or spoken language, okay. Now this is good. Now we will move towards the next one, that is what? That is your Wernicke's area. Where it is located? It is located in the left temporal lobe. Again, in most people is an area called Wernicke's area, named after this. Studies problems arising from damage in this location. If this Wernicke's area in your lobe temporal left gets damaged, what will happen? Okay, this area of the brain appears to be involved in understanding the meaning of words. Understanding the meaning of words is, or comprehension is possible because of Wernicke's area. And just as with Broca's area, research continues and this. Okay, now what is happening over here is a person with Wernicke's aphasia would be able to speak fluently, and pronounce words correctly, but the words would be wrong ones entirely. You can read this statement over here. So speaking is not the problem. They will be able to speak fluently and pronounce words as well, but the words would be the wrong ones entirely. Now, a person who had damage to Wernicke's area, what are the symptoms? Inability to speak. Is it a symptom or not? They have not mentioned speaking fluently, correctly, or what not. Okay. And now you might think they have mentioned Wernicke's aphasia, but they have not mentioned about the damage. So here you can see condition resulting from damage to Wernicke's area, causing the affected person to be unable to understand or produce meaningful language over here. Now they are saying inability to produce meaningful language, and that exact meaning is diminished from here. They have just mentioned inability to speak. Okay. Now, inability to speak is a symptom or not, we are going to find out. This is of course a symptom. Neologism is also a symptom, and lesion or damage in the area of left hemisphere over here they have given, but they have not mentioned producing or inability to speak meaningfully. Okay, if this would have written, it would have been included under the symptoms, but it is not like that. A person with Wernicke's area can speak properly, inability to speak. So that is why this question is left to the subjective. Okay, so now also under this left hemisphere, what you are having, control the right hand. These two are important for you. Spoken language is also in most of the people, 95 to 99% of people. This is done by your left hemisphere. Written language is also done by left hemisphere or hemisphere, whatever way. Okay, but spoken language and written language is given under your left hemisphere. Now over here, symptoms. of Mr. S who had damage to Wernicke's area except, option number second is correct, option number one is incorrect, and option number D is also. Now it is left to subjective and all these things, but as per this question, what is be the most suitable should be, we are going to try to find out. Lesion or damage in the area of left hemisphere, when it is done, it will be the Wernicke's area. Now they have not mentioned anywhere in the area of left hemisphere or left hemisphere. Your left hemisphere is like this and right one is like this. Okay, so they have not mentioned exactly where that damage is going to occur. Okay, so it is not a symptom, or it is just a sign that okay, you are having this thing. So lesion or damage in the area of left hemisphere is also associated with your Wernicke's area. Okay, and inability to speak, this should be the correct answer over here along with this as well. So now you are having two correct answers, because lesion or damage are not symptoms, these are signs. Okay, and this is that is why this question has left or to the subjective thing over here. Inability to speak is inside your Broca's thing. Okay, this is in your Broca's thing. They have not mentioned where it is meaningfully or not meaningfully. All right. And as per the official answer key, they are saying option number D, lesion or damage in the area of left hemisphere, it is not a symptom. Okay, we agree this thing that okay, this is not a symptom who had damage to Wernicke's area, but also inability to speak, as per this statement, these three words given over here is also not a symptom. Okay, it is the symptom of your Broca's area over here. Damage to Broca's area causes a person to be unable to get words out in a smooth and connected fashion. They are not able to speak. So option number A can be the answer. Option number D, as they have given, is the answer over here, and that is why this question has never appeared ever again in your M.Phil entrances, because once they have done these kind of things, they know that okay, we cannot ask these kind of questions anymore, so they just put it out on the easier side. Okay, now inability to speak, if you think is a symptom of Wernicke's area, yes, it can be a symptom, but once again, it is a subjective experience or a subjective thing. This it can be done, it can be taken to the Supreme Court as well, but right now, if you are learning, whatever you are learning is beneficial for you instead of this particular question. Okay, so for next time, you can think properly, you can comprehend properly, and you can speak properly using your Broca's and Wernicke's area over there. Okay, and now as you know, lesion is just a damage done to your brain, and it can be selective lesion as well. Okay, it can be selective lesion as well, where they forcefully, yes, but they intentionally do damage to the Wernicke's area to see what all things are happening. But now, one thing interesting, you have just missed out on this option. What is neologism? And for this neologism, we are going to go to which book? Yes, you heard it right, the N book. Okay, and I am telling you, you will see now the things are so related to each other that if you prepare properly, if you just read books, it is immense knowledge for you already. Okay, now be it the 7th edition or whatever edition, if you read properly and if you follow properly. Now, neo, what is neo? Neo is for your new. Okay, neo is for your new. And if you have seen that movie, Neon, what that Matrix or that movie, okay, you know what the reference is. Okay, now neologisms are newly formed words or phrases whose derivation cannot be understood. This is the key. Whose derivation cannot be understood. But now if they have given this option in C, okay, C option they have given neologism, it means they know that okay, in Wernicke's it will be not meaningful. So why they have not given in option number A as well? Okay, I hope it is making sense in your brain, in your Wernicke's. These are created to express a concept for which the subject has no dictionary word. Okay, sometimes normal words are used in an unconventional or distorted way, but the derivation can be understood even if bizarre. These are called word approximations. Now you would have heard successive approximations for sure, but now word approximations, you are watching psychoprofessorclinical. Okay, and now this word, see this word, the beauty of your knowledge, aphasias. This just divide this aphasia, Broca and Wernicke is into picture, and that is why everything is so related. Okay, these are called as word approximations or paraphasias as well. For example, describing stomach as a food vessel. Okay, you are saying food vessel, you are saying salt to the noon, and all these things are going into picture. So now neologism is also a symptom. This is a symptom, this is a symptom. Rest are not the symptoms of your Mr. S who had damage to Wernicke's area, except inability to speak. They can speak for sure, but it would not make that much sense. So in this word neologism, they are going to make new words. This Mr. S is going to make new words. They know, those who have made this PYQ, they know that okay, this is not meaningful at all, but they have mentioned no, it is meaningful. Inability to speak. Okay, so that is why option number A is also correct. D, this should be dropped, but God knows what they have done in that particular session. But for now, I hope you have understood the complete logic behind the Wernicke's area, what is happening in the Broca's one, what is happening in the Wernicke's one. Now you know two types of aphasia right now, but the more you read, you will find out that okay, and that is why this is important for you. And as you can see, Broca's area is associated with speech production, and it is present in the frontal lobe for left hemisphere, and as you can see, it is in the left hemisphere for you. And the primary works are given as the speech production, grammar, syntax, motor planning of speech, semantics, and articulation as well. It is done by this Broadman 44 and 45 over here. Okay, and now along with that, Wernicke's is also important. Okay, and as you can see, it is written clearly over here. This will cause aphasia to you. Option B is incorrect, because talking about comprehension, which is the work of Wernicke's area in your left temple. This is your temporal left one, and this is your Broca area. Now these two are also connected. This, and now you know two types of aphasia. The Wernicke's aphasia, comprehension problem, Broca's aphasia, speaking and all these problems. But right now there is one more aphasia which you are going to learn. Now if this Broca's area and this Wernicke area are connected, these are joined by what? These are joined by your arcuate fasciculus. Okay, these are joined by what? These are joined by arcuate fasciculus. These two are joined by what? These two, Broca's area and Wernicke's area, are connected with your arcuate fasciculus, AF over here. And when this got damaged, this region or not region, this connection gets lost or it gets damaged, what is happening is you are having the third type of aphasia, and that is called as the conduction aphasia. Okay, that is called as the conduction aphasia over there. Now just imagine, before the start of video you are having no knowledge about all these, but right now you are having the Wernicke's area complete detail, Broca's area the complete detail. You have seen the location as well, the connection as well, the arcuate fasciculus as well. And if this gets damaged, this connection gets damaged or broken, we will have one more aphasia called as the conduction aphasia over here. And that is why you will mark option number A, option number D. These two are absolutely correct. B and C are correct over here. These two are left towards the subjective interpretation. But right now, if next time these kind of question will come, you will be able to solve on your own very easily. And now one homework for you, one question for you, that is your damage to the Broca's area of the brain is typically associated with difficulties in language comprehension, auditory processing, visual processing, or is it about language production? What do you think will be the correct answer for this? Make sure to comment down below so that you can understand, comprehend, and you can revert back to this video later on in your preparation stage to revise these two major important areas, because this is the first episode and you are watching these kind of questions getting repeatedly in your examination, and this is so important. Okay, you need to be clear with this thing in your head, because you will have many more questions coming up in your M.Phil entrance examinations or MA clinical psychology entrance examinations. So make sure that you are preparing properly for these topics. And let me tell you, the lobes are the important topic or the important questions every time. It will fall from your biopsychology portion. Biopsychology is a red topic and it is a very important topic for your this preparation. Okay, with this, let our Broca's and Wernicke's area some rest, and see you all in the next part, in the next video, with some more amazing concepts and some amazing questions from your previous year questions and all these things. This video was brought to you by CNF Pro Series. If you want to enroll, you can check the description, get the details, and prepare with the Pro Series as well. With this, thank you.